give me a Kendrick Lamar instrumental.
Gotta beat your ass. You want to beat? Oh, gotta beat for you.
It's classical.
Is this the damn Meet the Grams thing you were playing earlier?
I said you wanted to beat.
That's crazy. Yeah. For sure. About to get this nigga the bars.
You got 20 seconds.
About to give him the bars real quick. Hey. W's and L's, a weekly recap show.
Son
We
of
give
a bitch. What a letdown.
What a letdown.
That wasn't even a beat.
It was a beat.
It wasn't a beat.
Quite literally a beat.
Quite literally, like you said, 20 seconds.
I said you spent 25 of them.
You gotta
I'm about to give you bars.
You gotta get into that. No diss track is complete without the intro into it. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't hear all of that. Yeah, about to go into it.
You definitely heard an intro going into Euphoria, for example.
That sounded like rap to me.
Oh, my bad. My fault, y'all.
He definitely gave us a little poem at the intro, and then he went into
Where was your
nigga,
poem?
let's play.
Was that your poem?
So I gotta write a poem now.
And his poem rhymed.
I gotta write a haiku before my bars.
His poem rhymed.
That's crazy.
So it sounded like bars.
That's crazy.
Them superpowers get neutralized.
Yeah, no, it rhymed.
I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we know and love is
Crippler said, "I
Spotted.
bodied you with these bars, son. It's a rap.
all
It's a
he
rap.
said was I'm about to go in. Yeah.
Get in the studio,
But you
son.
know what? That's the type of rap. You know what I'm saying?
Get in the studio.
Okay.
All right, Ice Spice.
W's and L's is a weekly recap show where we give a dubs to the things we like and the L's to the things we don't. I almost ran out of breath on that one. That's crazy. That's not even a bar.
What? No.
Yeah, how does this work?
It's on you.
How does this work?
Johnny went first last week, so
Johnny
it's on
did
you.
go first,
So
but
it's on
you
you.
weren't here.
Doesn't matter. Did you go first last week?
I didn't, but neither did
Okay,
you.
so then go.
You know what?
I wasn't on the show.
You
I
know
wasn't
what?
even here.
You know what? I will go first.
I know.
Because I'm so excited about this first dub that I'm going to give y'all to
Whatever
show
you
y'all
say,
that I
brother.
really be about this rap shit. You know what I'm
Whoa.
saying? I be really connected out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? First of all, you know what I mean?
Yikes.
I'm good. Right? I'm good. Young Metro trusts me.
Ah,
Young Metro trusts me.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I put in
Scooper boys.
And I put in a word for the boys, you know what I'm saying?
Scooper
We good.
boys.
If Future come through and he gotta shoot you, you know what I'm saying? He ain't coming over here.
Hey, I got you. I got you. Fall back. Come the back of the. You want some scoops? You want to know what the next Metro mixtape gonna be called? Huh? You want some real hip hop news? You know what I'm saying? You want some credible sources? Come to the back of the bus.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, if
That's
you
what we
tired,
do.
if you tired of your scoopers giving out false information, not knowing what the name of the new mixtape gonna be, come to the back of the bus. You know what I'm saying? If you only want to venture over to Twitter to see what the latest Metro Boomin album's gonna be called, come over to the back of the bus.
We over here. We out here. We out here. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
So I'm perusing Twitter as I usually do, you know what I'm saying, on a daily. And, I'm just seeing what the vibes is, seeing what the temperature is and all that, you know what I mean? And Metro Boomin puts out this little video of his little beat he cooking up. It sounds a little, scary hour, spooky time type shit, you know what I'm saying? Very, very Halloweenish. So, I'm like, all right, I'm not going to hold you. Sounds like some Savage Mode 3. What did Young Metro come through and bless your boy with? The scoop. Eye emojis. You know what's coming next. Savage Mode 3. You're welcome.
Y'all
You're
welcome.
welcome.
And I've been told y'all this is where you get your news. You know what I'm saying?
Gave you that one for free.
We told y'all when you got your news.
It's nothing. Here you go.
But it was Reginald Hudlin earlier this year. Now
Facts.
Metro Boomin. I'm just saying, your boys are affiliated.
We're being watched by, some higher ups. You know what I mean? It's just
Your boys are affiliated.
It's nothing. So it's nothing major. But
Now that we in high society, we changing shit up. We going to paid shows only. We going behind a paywall.
Hey, yo, Tony Robinson got to chill. He said, come to back of the bus where we bust you in the mouth with the truth. That's crazy. But yeah, no, Savage Mode 3 sounds amazing.
Hey, yo,
please.
pause. Come to back of the bus where we bust you in the mouth with the truth.
Told you, crazy.
Hey, yo.
Crazy.
Hey, Tony Robinson, you deserve 10 lashes for that. You deserve 10 lashes. When I see you, me and Dr. Umar popping up, you got to get 10 lashes for that one, sir.
No, that one's crazy.
No diddy.
Yikes. But yeah, no, I'm ready for Savage Mode 3, which is crazy because 21 is out here inviting Drake on stage, and Metro and Drake are beefing.
Yeah, 21's being real embarrassing. Did you see he was in his live the other day? He said he was an OVO savage.
That's crazy.
He blocked that nigga from the live.
OVO savage.
He said, "Oh, you talking shit, bitch." He called him OVO savage.
That's funny.
I don't like the way he moving, man. It's like, all right, you don't want to get in between of it. They both your friends. I get it. You don't have to say shit, though. You don't have to say anything.
Literally, though.
All right, Drake, my brother, Metro, we don't want to hear that.
Facts.
I don't want to hear none of that shit. Because you know when you didn't say that shit? When Drake told him to shut the fuck up and go make some drums. Definitely didn't hear you talking about, oh, Metro, my brother type shit.
Facts.
You waited till your mans was down bad and you try to throw him a lifeline. Now that nigga owe you features for life. He's the only one that threw him a lifeline. Now Drake gonna be doing Metro. He gonna be doing 21 features forever.
Yikes.
Or at least he should be.
Yikes. Crippler said Pride Month equals no pause required, by the way.
Yeah, you know what?
Is that the rule?
Is that the rule?
It might be.
Damn. So we just floating in homoerotica all month, huh? Yeesh.
Yikes. All right. My next dub goes to Chris Brown.
Sea Breezy.
Breezy. Because I'm not going to hold you. He has found a way to monetize grabbing ass.
Monetize grass?
Grabbing ass.
Oh, grabbing ass.
Well,
The girls are taking pictures with him.
It's Pride Month, so it's grabbing woman ass. Grabbing female ass. Yeah, bro. He charges $1,111 for a meet and greet. You get 100 of them to do it for 31 dates. You're making $3+ million throughout the tour to basically grab ass, and they're obviously consenting to it.
I mean, it's a lot more lucrative, and it sounds like a lot better time than signing autographs.
$3 to $4 million. You don't have to. You don't have to have arthritis from signing fucking
or
autographs
cheapen the value of it by doing the stamping or whatever. Yeah. And then you was already giving people pictures, right? They pay extra, they get a picture with you, so might as well skip the whole part of it that I don't like, that has poor margins, that the companies make more money on anyways because they print the merch. I'll give you the product directly to you on your phone. Mm-hmm. We don't got to worry about no production costs or none of that. This is straight cash. Yes. The only thing that I've paid for is the additional security hours for these niggas to stand around. That's it. That's the only cost in this business. Very good business model. Very good business model.
And the crazy thing is, that's an additional $3 to $4 million on top of the tickets that you're selling to the shows.
Well, he not getting none of that money anyway. See, that money has been raped and ran through before it ever gets to him.
But
still, you would think all the millions of dollars that's pumping through the parking lots, concessions, and stands at them places go to the artists' pockets.
No,
Live Nation got that, boy. They got all of that.
They get a lot.
They got all of that
for sure. But on top of whatever small chump change he's making from that, he gets to $4 million. Great idea. Amazing idea.
And because he likes it, obviously what he doing, the picture's gonna come out better. It's a much better product that he's providing to them, as opposed to some half-ass scribble that I can that's barely legible, that I'm supposed to put up on my wall and say, oh no, that's really Chris Brown. And only half the people that come in to see it gonna believe that it's actually Chris Brown.
Right. He likes it. The females consent all around.
But when I show you this damn picture, you go know Chris Brown took it and that I was there.
Yep.
And to me and a lot of other people, that's worth a lot more than a damn autograph.
I'm just saying. Yeah, no, great idea. Like I said, he obviously enjoys it. The women consent, and they want that shit done. He's making tons of money off of it. Win, 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 win.
1K to cuff ass is a new type of hustle.
I'm trying to tell you, monetizing that is absolutely crazy.
Oh
but
my
he found
God.
a way to do it. I'm just saying, that's a dub if I've ever heard
Ed,
it.
and Eddie couldn't come up with something like that. That's exactly what they would have came up with.
Oh,
It would have been like, we'll grab your butt for $1. Double D. I don't know, Eddie. We're probably gonna get in
that's a
trouble.
pretty good Double D impression.
And then here's Ed.
Yo.
The booties.
Yo. Anyway, speaking of concerts, Kendrick is throwing a concert in LA.
Shut
Dog,
up,
I
K-Dot.
low-key, I mean, it's already sold out. Yeah. I low-key.
Fuck that. We live streaming that.
I'm definitely live streaming that.
We live streaming that because your boy put it on Prime Video.
Yep. Yeah. Facts.
And I don't know what's gonna happen, but if y'all thought that this Drake onslaught was over, I think he was just waiting for a moment like this to pop back out for sure.
Okay. The reason I'm giving it a dub is because I remember specifically, I think Joe Budden was talking to academics, and he was saying, like, if this song goes into July, Drake's got a problem. And I immediately agreed with it.
Fam,
This
July,
it's song of the summer.
when the kids
It's
get
song
back
of the
to
summer.
school and the bands get on it,
True. But that's my point, is that this is just going to this is going to further the buzz for the song. Like, it's just going to continue.
This song is not gonna die. I'm telling y'all, we are at the precipice of this being like the fucking Macarena or Hot in Here or Drop It Like It's Hot.
Smash it.
It is going to be a song that they play in the club from now until your children graduate high school. That's where we at right now with this song.
Let's just make sure we don't make it into a dreams and nightmares situation where we play
Well,
it a little too
Fam,
much.
the only thing that's tarnished dreams and nightmares is Meek's reputation. If Meek's reputation was in better shape, Dreams and Nightmares would still go at every party.
There was a moment where they started to play it too much. I think it was when the Eagles made the Super Bowl. They started to play it a little too much.
Hey, you can be annoyed with the song. You can be tired of hearing it. I'm going to retire it for the while. I had to pick up Rhapsody because I needed to drown some of this out of my brain in anticipation for this fall. Because I know it's coming back. You only got to ask me. I know it's going to hit. Right? Mm-hmm. So I've taken a break.
Yeah.
Regardless of how tired you are of hearing it, it's going to be too lucrative for them to put it down.
I just think
we're kind of inching into cultural like explosion level with this song.
And by literally having a concert that everybody's going to see on Juneteenth playing the song, it's just going to solidify
They
that.
Not Like Us live stream to the entire world on Juneteenth is Drake's death.
It solidifies everything
It's
you
Drake's
just said.
death. Yeah, I don't know what y'all. I don't know if y'all was expecting. He already tried to hit the summer bops out. Already tried to get the summer bops out. Now he got people on the internet claiming that the Wagwan Delilah was AI. Fam,
He got the guys who made the original song saying that.
yeah, the fucking plain white t-shirts are sitting up here saying, I don't know why people think this is real. Because Drake hasn't said it's fake. Because Snowflake, one or another, whoever song it is, didn't come out and say this isn't Drake.
Yeah. Because it's Drake.
What are we talking about? This is tailor-made freestyle all over again.
It's Drake. It is Drake.
We just gonna run away from the track because it got poor reception? Nigga, say something.
Yikes.
Damn.
And then he stripped all the diss tracks off of his Instagram.
See, that was an order from Lucien. Lucien said, "Get away from this pedal shit as fast as you can. Delete all of that shit." First of all, the Heart Part 6 being deleted that should never went up.
Yeah, no facts.
The sexual assault victim bashing song probably should have never went up.
Fucking stupid.
Probably should have never went up.
Dumb as shit.
So that was the first one to go. Then I think they said, okay, let's put a little bit more distance in between us and that, and you delete the rest of them so we can move on from this and put it behind us.
Yeah.
When Not Like Us plays on this live stream, y'all, I don't think that's going to be the only thing that happens, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think the video's going to drop that night. And I think somebody going to be on that stage with him.
I agree
Who?
with both of those.
I don't know. You know, it could be any number of people. But it will signify just how deep this shit goes. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. We're in for a show. We're in for a show.
Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us becomes the fastest rap song to reach 300 million Spotify streams. It only took 35 days. Just a random tweet I just saw. So, insane.
It's going everywhere. I was in Houston last week when I, obviously when I missed the pod. It went down there too. At least 2 times a night at every spot we hit, including the strip club.
That's crazy.
They had strippers in there on Satellite 1. They not like us. They not like us. Freaky ass nigga here, 69 God. Freaky ass niggas, y'all some 69 gods. They went everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Speaking of good rap, did you hear the latest Chance the Rapper snippet?
I did.
Bars.
I don't know what he's talking about, but sounds good.
It's much
sounds
better
okay.
than his last at bat.
Hot damn it, hot water, hot shower.
You like the song. Okay.
Tangerine, smoking weed, cauliflower.
You like the song. I'm gonna give an L to DeMarcus, the kid who
Go to Marcus. Go to
made the
Marcus.
Go to Marcus video.
He was thinking about me, and I was thinking about her, and I was thinking, ooh, woo, woo, woo. Go to Marcus. Go to
Yikes.
Marcus. Go to Marcus.
Did you see that they remade
They
it?
grown now, yeah.
And I didn't know
My boy didn't hit the backflip.
he did not. Well, actually, he did.
Did he hit it?
Yeah, but it was a really bad backflip.
Oh, I didn't even see him go like
His
walk
knees
over.
basically buckled after he did the backflip. Yeah, I didn't know that was his sister.
The whole time they was singing too.
I see.
He pushed her hair back behind her ear.
Yeah. Yeah, a little cringy.
Freaky ass
I
nigga
gotta
here,
give an L to
69
that.
God. Freaky ass
Gotta give
nigga
an L
here,
to that.
69 God.
That's insane.
We gotta call out all the freaky gods.
You know what I mean? All right. I'm giving my second to last L to the URL. Previously, some years ago, I used to be a huge battle rap fan, and then that shit just went off a cliff. I think, honestly, paying for the app is where I was just like,
I told you.
You did.
I told you.
You did. You absolutely did.
Once again, you want your scoops? Come to the Scooper Kings.
But here's the problem.
I don't know. We can't be Scooper Kings. I think I gave that name away already.
To who?
To Darius, because he got that leak about Black Panther.
Angela Yee.
I think I gave that name away already.
Anyway, yeah, it's paying for the app, and then the battles themselves are just declining quality. They're making these matchups that don't make sense anymore. But they just recently made a match with Loaded Lux versus Rum Nitty, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm about to watch that on a pay-per-view. Come to find out, the pay-per-view was $65. And
Fam,
I didn't care about any other battle.
They want you to pay for that more for that battle than Tyson Jake Paul.
You know what I mean?
More than like a fight. Like that, it would have cost you more to see that battle than Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia a couple weeks ago.
That's insane.
It's $50 to watch a professional boxing match. Why would I ever pay $65 for URL?
Now, granted, the card comes with 8 battles, but the problem is
Who's on the card?
I don't give a fuck about the other
Who's on
7
the card?
battles. You know what I mean? $8 a battle is a good deal when you care about the other battles. When you don't,
See, they should
No.
play their shit up like WWE, and they do kind of like they had the little meetups in the streams where they be talking and battling and shit. I'm saying play this shit up for real. Y'all need to hire Mona Scott, have camera crews following these niggas 24/7 so we can see their lives out of battle rap.
You know
and
what's
see how it
crazy?
intertwines.
they actually were doing that at one
Is
point.
that how
they,
it was going on?
They were going to have, it was a long time ago, it was when Conceited was about to battle Young Ill. And they were going to do like an actual like HBO, they follow them around type shit.
I'm telling you, it's gonna help you ingratiate people into the sport. When people look at battle rap now, they look for the few names that they know. If they don't see it on the card, they're disinterested. You need to make these people. You need a what do they call it? It's a fly catcher. You need a fly catcher. You need something auxiliary to your product to catch just passing traffic fans. People love reality TV. So they will turn this shit on. They see black people walking around talking about some shit in the hood. Oh, what is this? I'm interested. Hey, Barbara, let's sit down and watch our cultural television.
Barbara is crazy.
And then now all of a sudden, you got Ted and Barbara watching URL rap battles.
You're not wrong, because the problem that I feel like I have now is that, like, they got these new battle rappers, and I just don't give a fuck about any of them.
Well,
Give me my...
tell Remy Ma to stop smashing them all. Maybe they'll become...
You know, she's actually with another one.
I know. That's
Okay,
telling
yeah,
Tia
okay.
the other day. I'm like, she done left Easy the Black Cap and they got a whole nother nigga.
That shit is insane.
And she is running the game
That
ragged.
shit is so insane.
I don't know what part of the game this is, but she is running it ragged.
Whoever's at the top of her league is her new boyfriend. That's what you win. It's insane.
That is payola like a motherfucker.
Ooh, yikes. Okay, last L goes to the Dallas Mavericks. Game 1, dog. What happened?
No. It's not the Mavericks' fault. It's not the Mavericks' fault.
Their shooting from 3 was atrocious.
No, it's not the Mavericks' fault.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the Mavericks' fault.
No.
And first of all, that shit ain't even happen until the third quarter when they came back. But it's Drake's fault.
It is Drake's
It's
fault.
Drake's fault.
It's Drake's fault.
It's
for
Drake.
sure.
It is Drake's fault. He bet on them to win, and obviously we know what happens when Drake bets major money on sporting events. Y'all want to hear my conspiracy about my tinfoil hat idea about why Drake loses all these sports bets?
By all means, go ahead.
Let me know. Give me a black high five in the chat.
Black High Five is crazy.
Give me a black high five in the chat if you want to know my conspiracy.
It's the only thing that explains Kyrie going cold and Porzingis coming off of his injury to score 20.
And the Oilers lost. Did he bet on the Oilers too?
That's funny.
That's okay. I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. Even though there ain't no black hands. All right. So here's my theory about why Drake loses all of these high end bets. It's not because he's just terrible at gambling. Because I mean, I feel like at this point, math would dictate you a few windfalls if you bet this much, and you bet that heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Drake owes some powerful figures in the gambling industry a sizable amount of money. But at the same time, Drake's too big of a star to have his knees broken, his face messed up, or just outright taken off the map because of a gambling debt, right? Plus, if he owes you money, he's infinitely more valuable to you with that debt than he is dead and, no one paying on it.
Yeah.
So, I think Drake, again, being the arrogant individual that we've all come to find out he is like, I'm Drake. I'm with you. I'm with UMG. You know what I'm saying? I'm protected. I got a lifelong 360 deal. They ain't gonna let you kill me. Go get your money from somebody else, punk. And so now he out here gambling with other folks. But whoever the individuals are that he owe money to is powerful enough to sway the favor. Now, we know that a lot of professional sports is heavily enticed by sports gambling, even before it was legal. Right? Got a question?
Yeah, the impersonation that you just did of Drake didn't have enough of a Toronto accent on it.
I don't think that's his thing. Anyways, when we know that there's been talk and there has been actual empirical evidence about sports gambling driving results in professional sports. My thought is every time they see Drake's ticket comes up for a big dollar amount on a Blue Jays game, on a Raptors game, on, any game LeBron or Steph Curry's playing in, the finals, the playoffs in football, the Super Bowl, they go like this. They go like that. Tip the scales just a bit. Call a referee in Minneapolis. Hit up a general manager or a trainer in Chicago. They call a personnel guy or a security in Miami. They get some information. They push a few buttons. Maybe a guy doesn't have as good as a night. Maybe a guy doesn't play at all. Maybe a guy fouls out where he hasn't fouled out all season. That's the type of shit that happens when people lose big money. You ever been sitting at home looking at your parlay and being like, God damn it, if they wouldn't have set him down with 4 minutes left to go, I would have made the last leg. Why would they do that? Because they didn't want you to make that money.
Facts.
Because they didn't want you to make that money. Because you and probably 5,000 other people was set to make 5,000. They said, nah, we're going to turn the faucet off tonight.
Yeah.
And that's how that shit go. So whoever Drake pissed off got their hands in so many professional sports that this man can't escape their grip. He just need to pay them. Pay them what you owe, Drake. Pay them what you owe.
Your hypothetical makes perfect sense. However, could it be a long game? And could it include like guys like Bleacher Report who reports on this shit for seemingly no reason? Nobody gives a shit who Drake bets on, right? Mm-hmm. So could it be a long game to establish that whoever Drake bets on, they lose, right? And so all these people are going to start pouring their money into in this case.
I feel like it's already there. I feel like if you're a smart gambler, you know to bet against Drake. If you gamble for a living, or if you even do it at a recreational level, you know to bet against Drake.
Right. So then eventually there's going to be that one time that everybody just goes, you know what, Drake is always fucking losing. Let's pour all our money into Boston.
I would need to know that the gambling industry was hurting that bad that they needed that type of windfall. And plus, there are other ways for them to get it. There are other ways that they get it. Beyonce shutting down the lights at the 2012 Super Bowl. That's supposed to be prepared for a halftime performance by Beyonce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit happens.
Yeah.
Stuff happens.
That's true.
So if they needed that windfall, they would have already got it by now.
But to set up the long game for you to be like, okay, now we're going to side with Drake on this one because everybody's expecting
it to go against. I mean, it would be the windfall of all windfalls. But then again, why couldn't they have already done that?
And who would be willing to set up that long game just to
get Drake? Or just to cash in on Drake?
Yeah, for the cash in.
I mean,
but that'd be a really unnecessary long.
I mean, it's very convoluted.
Yeah,
very convoluted
for sure. But interesting nonetheless. It goes along with your conspiracy theory.
Pay him what you owe, Drake.
Yikes.
Pay him what you owe.
Anyway, that's all I got.
All right, let's start with the dubs. That's the shorter list. First one I got is going out to the 3 young black men in Louisiana, the Louisiana pedo catchers, who caught themselves a news anchor down there in Louisiana.
I saw that.
The head weather anchor, Bill Lund, down there, got caught. And while he was fleeing the scene, as he showed up to these young boys' house looking for a 15-year-old girl that he had previously been having sexual conversations with, sent him a dick pic that they showed on the news.
Yeah.
So once they confronted him and told him that there was no girl coming and that the police were on their way, and Mr. Lund fled, he was screaming back to these boys. You know what he had the audacity to say? "Please, I have a wife and child." Okay. Are you out of your mind? What? What?
You
what?
You forewent that.
Matter of fact, I'm about to Google your wife's number right now. Before the police get here, I'm going to call her and tell her what the fuck was going on. So when you get home and try to explain why you've been late and, why you've been dealing with the police, and you give her that bullshit excuse, she going to already know everything that just happened, fam.
You ain't going to have the chance to give her an excuse because she going to be gone with the kids.
I'm going to send her the screenshots. Since you over here trying to invoke your wife and children as a shield your freaky ass nigga behaviors.
Yeah, no, fuck that shit. I hope they gone by the time you try to give him an excuse.
Yeah, it's probably over with. I mean, he was already dismissed from his station down there at the local Fox affiliate. So
speaking of which,
looks like they're looking for a new weatherman down there in Louisiana.
Speaking of which, the station did their damnedest to make sure they distanced themselves away from
quick
him.
as fuck.
Because they usually tell you when somebody declines comment.
Yeah.
They showed this nigga on the phone calling, bro. Like, yeah, he ain't picking up.
Right. I called Bill Lund directly. He did not respond.
I was like, damn, nah, y'all.
Do you know that man tried to say that it was an armed robbery? And that's the reason. He didn't even call the police, but when the police showed up, he tried to tell them that he was being robbed.
Okay. All right.
So then the cops go to the boy's house. Right? That's him asserting his white manness, right? Yeah. Oh, no, they trying to rob me. Okay, bitch. So let's go talk to them and see what they got. And they still got the text messages on their phone. Yeah. Imagine sending the police back to the house to go see you texting a 15-year-old or what you think is a 15-year-old girl.
Yep.
Dumb bitch.
Dumbass.
Dummy. All right, so that's that one. Oh, shout out to the FBI. A historically racist government organization.
Bad as hell.
But they was doing some good this week. They raided a number of corporate landlords for a price fixing scheme.
Damn.
So now if you live in a major metropolitan area, Columbus, New York, Los Angeles, Toronto, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Chicago, you probably noticed that your rent, if you are renting, has increased a lot over the last 5 years, over what is typical for a
You said it
year-over-year
was
raise.
corporate, right? It was
Corporate landlord, yeah. It was a
oh,
few
the
different corporate landlords.
are of a corporation.
They are corporate landlords. They are businesses that own a bunch of properties.
Yeah,
corporate
so
landlords.
The landlords are corporate.
Right.
Okay, got it.
Exactly.
Okay.
I forgot who it was, who they cited on the statistic. I don't know if it was Jobs and Family Services or I don't know. Some governmental agency kind of did the workup on how rents have been. Maybe it was HUD. It was probably HUD.
Yeah.
Going up and down over the last decade or so. So since 2016, rent has increased about 80%.
That sounds about right, yeah.
And that has happened at a time where the vacancies has gone up. Now, if you know anything about real estate, as vacancies rise, price is supposed to come down. It works the same way for home ownership as it does for rentals, right? As you have an increase or a surplus in your product in supply, right? That means that there is a decrease in demand and your price should reflect that.
Yep.
Well, what these landlords have done, what most landlords across the country have done now, is they have started leaning on a business, a company called RealPage. There we go. So what RealPage does is they collect data from landlords, right? And that data mostly has to do with you, the renter. How much you pay them in rent, what the utility usages look like, the area that they live in, the grocery stores and things of that nature that they have access to, how many cars in the home, how many people live there, how many people are working.
So RealPage collects data.
They collect all of that data, they compile it, and then they give you a price point to charge for your rent.
Easily see where price fixing is coming from.
Then, on top of that, they also give you a suggestion on how many units you should leave vacant to falsely manipulate the supply chain.
Yeah,
So I got 100 units.
Who would know that a unit is vacant?
Exactly. Other than the landlord.
Yeah.
Or somebody else that live within there, but they can't just tell prospective renters that, hey, there's a motherfucking apartment over here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So let's say I'm a landlord and I have 100 units. I'm charging $1,200 per unit. What RealPage would do is they come in, they collect all the data from my tenants. Then they say, no, you need to be charging $1,500 because you can squeeze more out of these people. You can get more out of these people. And not just that, you need to take about half of your units when they move out, leave them vacant for a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 50 units, charging them at $1,500 a month. And then slowly but surely, as I get new tenants into those 50 that I didn't rent, that's going to be at $1,500 a month as well. Now I've essentially reset the entire market because now my neighbor who owned an apartment complex over there, he's going to be looking at 100 new rents in this area that are all at $1,500 and see the gap in between what he's getting and what everybody else is getting. Mm-hmm. Now RealPage is going to be spitting out the same facts to him. There are 100 renters in your area now paying $1,500 for the same style, to skyrocket.
Really yeah.
To skyrocket. They estimate that about anywhere from 65 to 80% of the country is currently using this.
Yeah.
And renters of landlords.
Yep.
They have essentially monopolized the entire real estate market of America.
Wait, what's the percentage that's using it?
65 to 80.
It would make sense for everybody to be using
it. I think it's higher than that. I just don't think that they can put a hard line number on it. So that's the,
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But yeah, it would have to be higher than that.
All of them to be.
Yeah, it'd have to be. It would just be like when Google Maps became a thing and they were like, oh, about 65 to 80% of people aren't using MapQuest anymore. They're using Google Maps. Yeah. It's probably a lot higher than that. Yeah. As long as you got a smartphone, you're probably using Google Maps.
Yeah. It would behoove all the landlords to use it because then they can just keep kicking it up.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, again, don't usually shout out the FBI, but shout out to them for doing something.
And you can just blame all that shit on inflation. And it would just
It's crazy.
Sense.
Fucking crazy. And real estate honestly sets the market for everything else.
Yep.
If real estate prices are going through the roof, you think all of these grocery stores are operating out of buildings that they own? So if residential real estate is skyrocketing, what do you think is happening in commercial? The data is more accessible there. I can walk up to a gas meter on a grocery store and tell you what their usage is. Don't need to have a bill.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, this shit really sets the market for everything. So now if the grocery stores are paying more, they're charging more for the product, and they already price gouging. Just a vicious cycle. Vicious cycle.
Damn, that's interesting.
I kind of struggled with this one on whether or not it was going to be a dub or a L. I have a little bit of a stretch of an angle on this one, so stay with me for a bit. So the Shy Star actor Luke James reportedly was offered the role of Kang in the MCU, and he turned it down.
Okay.
And so I kind of juggled with it. I was like, okay, I mean, that's a good opportunity. Why is he turning it down? Is it, kind of a solidarity thing? I don't believe in what happened with Jonathan. I don't believe how they did him was right. So,
especially jumping from the Shy to Marvel.
To Marvel, right? And then he gave a little bit more of an explanation, or I read a little bit more of an explanation of why he didn't do that. Said that he cares more about characters like Night Thrasher, right? And so number one, that's a tick to me, because like for you to be mentioning a name like Night Thrasher in lieu of a name like Kang, which is synonymous to normie fans at this point because of the movie and Loki and all of that.
Yeah.
Tells me that you know the source, number one, and tells me that you have a real affinity for that character, because it ain't too many Night Thrasher fans that's going to lead with Night Thrasher.
A lesser known name like Night Thrasher.
He's not gonna lead with that, even if that is your man's. The reason why I'm giving him a dub is not just because of his comic book knowledge, is because of a perspective that I have, right? Along the way of trying to prop up some of our most prominent characters, right? And making sure that they're seen with the respect that they deserve, and trying to maximize every opportunity that they have in any platform. So be that of T'Challa, Adam Brashear, Eden Vesey, Cecilia Reyes, who was Aurora Monroe, those characters are seen a lot. They're written a lot. They're prominent characters. And as much as we want to continue to see them, right, there does kind of become, or I believe there can become, this lost opportunity for other characters to step up into that light.
Yeah.
Something that I don't think the perspective that's paid enough attention to in all of that is that most of these characters were not created to be the towering figures that they became. Right? Storm wasn't born to be a goddess, to be a solo star. Right? Who else? Honestly, out of all of those characters I just named, only Adam Brashear, T'Challa, maybe Blade were actually created to be solo characters. The rest of them were either on teams, a sidekick, or or for guys like Spawn or other characters like that, villains, anti-heroes. They were not created to be the figures that they became. And furthermore, if we were to stomp out their efforts behind the idea that there were bigger stars to pay attention to, right, we may not have ever gotten there with them. If we look at a Blade in the 90s and we say, well, John Singleton's, he's trying to get that Black Panther movie going on. Maybe we can leave that alone. We don't have the rights to Black Panther right now. We don't want to convolute the black male actor over here with Wesley and have him go off and do something with John Singleton and Black Panther. Let's just leave it alone. Plus, Blade is not as big of a character as Black Panther. He's not as popular. He doesn't have the cachet. Why create this movie that may save our franchise?
Yeah.
Miles Morales is another example, right? Secondary Spider-Man. Trying to force a Spider-Man title on a brand new black character. What does it do, though? What does it do? You put him in his own movie. It's animation. It's a smash.
It's Spider-Man lore.
It's a smash. You put him in the video games, right? Nobody expected Miles Morales Spider-Man to do as well as the first Spider-Man game. Oh, but it did. But it did. Critically and through the sales.
Yeah.
some of these characters are not going to end up where the track says they should. And I'm not saying that we need to, be looking for the little butterfly boy in the Krakoan age that they keep showing, or were showing before it ended. I'm not saying we got to pull him up. I'm not saying we got to start talking about Storm's new boyfriend Craig and start holding him to a high esteem. But there are characters whose reputation and whose popularity has outgrown their intention. Mm-hmm. And so it's not necessarily for you to close the door on characters based on their size. I don't feel like that's my opinion. So I liked what Luke James said. He has a character that he would rather play. And I'd rather you come into this thing and tell them I want to play a black character as opposed to, hey, I'll take the race swap if you got it.
Yeah, no, it shows a lot of integrity.
I'd rather you walk into this thing and be like, nah, you can have Kang, but if you ever have a Night Thrasher available, I'd love to play it. That's so much more commendable to me than vice versa. And furthermore, it just goes on to prove my point. You cannot put these characters in a box. You cannot tell people what's popular, what to go towards, what's going to get perpetuated, what's not. Because even the things that we believe should be at that forefront, should be at that pedestal, should be equal to their white counterparts in that way, are not treated the same. I don't know. Shout out to Luke James.
And you can tell that that's important to him because he has no leverage really in this situation.
For sure. All right. L list. Plentiful. Let's start out with Tyler Perry.
Ew.
Tyler Perry is doing something he's never done before, y'all. Something he has never done before. This is really like top tier, get out of your box, do something different, get out of your comfort zone, and really just kind of force yourself to be better. Mm-hmm. Right? So what Tyler is doing, let's get there. He's going to be teaming up. He's doing a Netflix movie. It's called Straw. It's going to be starring Taraji P. Henson, Sherry Shepherd, Tiana Taylor. No, wait, hold on. I know there's a lot of black women. That's pretty typical for Tyler Perry, but we ain't mad at that. I love Taraji, love Sherry Shepherd. Tiana Taylor's there. But yeah, according to Variety, it's going to be on Netflix. It's got all those great actresses in there. Listen to the premise, y'all. The film follows a single mother who faces serious, unfortunate events.
Every Tyler Perry movie.
You unimaginative, uninventive hack. I planned out to say more than that, but just scratch it all.
Yeah,
just
sure.
Absolute hack. One Trick Pony would honestly be giving you a compliment. It honestly be giving you a compliment. It is so hilarious that this is what you're doing. It's not funny. It's so funny. It's not funny. It's so predictably you that the only thing that I could do was just retweet. There's nothing else that can possibly be said that hasn't already been said.
Yeah.
This is retiring from being a woman on stage only to bring her back out being a woman on stage 2 years later, times 10. Tyler Perry is simultaneously a straight black man, so he says, that cannot let go of his idea of what the black female experience is. Mm-hmm. He is obsessed with telling someone else's story.
I mean, he's been doing it for decades now at this point.
I don't know if y'all go to McDonald's and get a quarter pounder every time, but I like to get something else on the menu.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I pull up the Taco Bell, I might get a chalupa or a Mexican pizza. But I've never been to a fast food restaurant and got the same thing every single time I went there. So I don't understand why y'all still buying Tyler Perry tickets. There is nothing different. Every single movie this man has ever made had a black single woman in it. She was going through some kind of struggle. Y'all ain't tired. Y'all ain't tired? This man has wrote Losing Isaiah 59 times, and y'all sign up every goddamn time to go watch it. When we gonna stop doing this? I'm just waiting for Medea's Christmas special to roll back around. Medea New Year. Medea Easter Bunny. Medea Summer Vacation.
Honestly, I was ready for you to say the rest of the cast so I can figure out who the light-skinned man is going to be in this movie.
Yeah. Who's the evil dark-skinned man that's beating people? And their light-skinned savior. Or maybe it's going to be a white man this time. Or a Hispanic. Ooh. Or maybe we'll just allow the grief-ridden woman to kill her child, force her husband into suicide, and then put her with Dwayne The Rock Johnson by the end of the movie. How about that? Doesn't that sound great?
Or Yaya and Bad Bunny.
I am
Bad Bunny's
infinitely
like
tired of this man. I want y'all to clean him up. I want y'all to get him the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear nothing about giving black people jobs or none of that horse shit. This man has $100 million studio. He got acres on acres on acres. And this is the only thing he can come up with. Single mom struggling. God damn.
I wanted to say 50 Cent has a studio now, but 50 is kind of getting into that bag.
I hope he go in a different direction as well.
Let's hope.
Maybe he's wrapping this whole power thing up for a reason.
Well, you know what, though? He does have a Diddy documentary, so.
Doing the Diddy Dot.
That's different.
Doing the digital Diddy Dot. Adrian Bronner is getting my next L.
Deservedly so.
AB, what is going on, brother?
I ain't gonna lie, he getting cooked.
Like, first of all, I was just getting ready to get up here and talk about you talking shit and basically threatening the dude like you was gonna shoot him at a presser or something, right? Because that was very clownish as it was. But then you got your tooth knocked out.
Hey, you know what's funny?
How embarrassing.
Do you remember the Coyle Ray Instagram live where he tried to
Yeah,
holler
where
at
he
her?
tried to holler at her.
That was the match that he invited her to.
You are lucky you caught that L before she got there. You lucky she gave you that L over the internet before she actually pulled up on you and watched you get your tooth knocked out, fam.
Yep.
How embarrassing. Are you not embarrassed?
Embarrassing.
Yeah, that was fucking terrible.
Trash.
Tesla's getting an L for me.
The Tesla dealership that ignored J. Cole while assisting some white guy buying a Cybertruck, which is ugly as hell, fam. Who was driving these cars?
I saw a Cybertruck up in Graceland.
They got one color.
I saw a
It's
Cleveland
just
Brown
nasty.
Cybertruck.
It's nasty.
It's all
But yeah,
nasty.
but they painted that. They
they
added
did.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they added it,
it
yeah.
comes stock gray.
Yeah, it's ugly as shit.
Who is buying cars from Elon Musk?
People who want clout.
Well, they're cheaper now too. They only about $30,000.
I was so surprised by that.
They got a lot cheaper because they weren't fucking selling, Josh.
Yeah.
They weren't
That
selling.
makes sense.
They were malfunctioning all over the place, crashing. The charges weren't hold. Now all of a sudden they $40,000. They a Ford
Definitely
Focus.
expected them to at least be 80K, but no, 30,
Nope,
40K.
nope. It's a Prius. It's a Prius.
Basically.
Let's see.
Ooh, LaShawn McCoy's getting an L from me.
For being a chatty Cathy.
Oh, yeah.
Being a goddamn chatty
That
Cathy.
shit was crazy.
Again, young, old, in between. Let me remind you, this thing about telling the world that you had a female or that you were close to getting a female, that you could have had a female, just tells people that you're not very accustomed to getting females.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you got a bunch of money because you could pay for it. I don't care if you got a bunch of popularity because it could just be served up to you. That doesn't mean you have to have game to get it. And niggas who constantly talk about the women that they're gaming either don't have true confidence in their game or don't have that type of life for real. They're stunting on you.
Facts.
Stunting on you. So I'm listening to him on the podcast with Deshaun Jackson. And he talking about this female that he had, and it was this NBA baller's wife, and you know he dining her and da 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 da. And then she told me now she couldn't mess with me, and I'm like, why? You know I'm LaShawn, I'm Shady McCoy, blah 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 blah. And then I found out it was Dikembe Mutombo's wife. Fam. Besides the fact that you didn't even have to tell that story at all.
I thought it was, he was like, she was talking about how this NBA guy that she was with was such a big spender and big baller and all this shit.
That was her husband.
Just to
That was her husband. He said he was with the NBA player's wife.
I thought
And that
the
her man-
problem with the story was that Dikembe was supposedly cheating on his wife with some chick.
Nah.
That's what I thought. Maybe I'm wrong.
I didn't even get that.
Yeah.
I thought I'll rewatch it. But
I
I'm
thought it
pretty
was
sure he
some
said it was
chick-
his wife,
I thought it was just some young chick that LaShawn was talking to.
or maybe his or at least his main, or I don't know. But the point that I took from it is that he was being a chatty Cathy, and that
sure.
even if you was gonna go as far as tells the story, you definitely didn't need to put the man's name in it.
Yeah, no.
Definitely didn't make, and if it was a situation where it was just a duck off for Dikembe, then you just brought this man into a whole nother situation so you can get some clout.
Yeah. And in the way he
So
did
niggas
it,
can
too.
pat you on your back. Oh, you had Dikembe Mutombo's girl. Who cares? Y'all all share females anyway. Why is that a feat?
Yeah, nah, shit's trash.
The next three are going to be relatively quick because I actually want to discuss this Lil Wayne take I got here at the end.
So there was a report by MSNBC last week done about the amount of layoffs that happened in 2023 coming in 2024 with work from home jobs and tech jobs. Apparently, there were thousands of jobs that were taken from Korean nationals. Came in, applied for remote work jobs, never verified that they actually lived in the states that they got the jobs in. The employers know this, but they paid them a fraction of the price. So yeah, you're applying for a job from home for anywhere from 50 to 60,000. Well, one of the Korean technicians probably got it for 30. And he's working abroad, and he's getting a conversion, so his money spends a lot better over there. So he's making the equivalent of 60,000 where he's at, but he gets paid in 30,000 American dollars.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Works out great for everybody, right? Except for the people who have been looking for jobs for the last 12 months or so.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to get back into a remote working position, because they have been taking those jobs that they know that they can't fill in America without a high-end competitive salary and sending them across seas just like they've done with American manufacturing jobs for years.
You know why that shit is extra trash? Is because the people were forced to work from home.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all told us to go home. You made us go home and then called us lazy because we wasn't rushing to get back out in the middle of a sickness.
Crazy.
Next L I got is going out to The Dream, who currently has a lawsuit out for rape and sexual assault.
This shit is not true.
That is some nasty work, but we have to address it the same we've addressed everybody else's.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Because if it is true,
It's
then
bad business.
It's bad business,
you're
bad
garbage.
religion for sure.
Definitely keep an eye out on that. I don't remember. I think the young lady worked for him.
She was a up and coming musician.
An artist. Yeah, signed
He
with
told her that he could make her into like a Beyonce type chick, and obviously it's The Dream, so yeah, I'm gonna believe that shit. And he used that for nasty shit. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I can't call it either way. But again,
can't
if he's guilty of it, this is bad religion.
Because I can see either side. I don't know the truth, so you kind of gotta wait for the details to come out.
And things always get messy when you deal with the situations of quid pro quo.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me this for this. I felt like I had to take it.
Yep.
See, that's shaky to me.
Yep.
Now, I don't think that's the rape part that she's describing, but that was the impetus of their relationship. So
I think she did at one point mention that he did some shit where he held her arms down, and so there were some different situations.
years ago, was a rape kit taken? Did anybody witness it? Did you tell anybody at the time? Like, those are the kind of questions I'm gonna be asking.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye up on the Dream situation, see what's going on there. Did you see what was going on with Kanye?
Yeah.
Fam,
yeah.
that shit is hilarious. That shit is fucking hilarious. So the girl sues him for sexual assault and releases all those text messages. Like, that shit is going to embarrass Kanye West, right?
Sure.
So then, did you see the response from the lawyers?
Yep. That's not the only celebrity that's being involved in some legal action.
Oh my God.
That shit is crazy. The lawyer said that?
The lawyers said this shit, yo.
That shit was nuts.
Oh my God. I mean, they was coming for her head top.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it was like she's already solicited us for sex multiple times. Like, we have what's the text message that she didn't show you was when she was getting relieved on by another partner of
said
hers,
that
and she was texting
her
Kanye
most
West.
positive experience or some shit. And
Girl, get your ass on before you get laughed out of court.
Get your ass on.
And then she apparently she asked for $4 million for the position or some shit, like some outrageous salary.
Yeah.
And
So yeah,
That shit is all crazy.
Coach Prime gets my last L tonight.
For making that song with Yella Beezy
I'm glad I didn't hear
when
it.
he's on a team that won 4 games last year.
Yeah, no, you can't. You
That-
can't
that's-
only
that's
win 4
absolutely
games and
insane.
be out here making celebratory songs.
That is absolutely insane.
It
I
is.
don't know. Are you a rapper or are you coaching football, bro? And you done turned your roster over about 4 times this season
I mean, that's
in the offseason.
expected. Hey, don't be having my guy Dallin Hayden out here looking crazy, bro.
That's bad religion, brother. That's bad religion.
And your son is bankrupt. Like, not a good time to be making songs.
Chill said 50 Cent needs to feud with Tyler Perry and hire Aaron McGruder.
I would like that.
Bingo, bango.
Please do.
Bingo, bango.
The dream looks like the Lemonhead logo. Tony Robinson, bro, you a sick nigga.
All right. Last one. It's a toss-up. I want to talk about this collectively and see how everyone feels about it. Lil Wayne was asked at a concert the other day why he doesn't play his song Mona Lisa, the song that he has with Kendrick Lamar. Now, I found this very funny because I was expecting to get a Drakey answer. You know, that's my man. You know, I ain't getting involved in that. I'm going to let him handle his business. Oh, it didn't have a fuck thing to do with Drake.
At all.
I just don't remember the words to the song. Oh, okay, so this is no longer funny. Now I'm remembering all the times Wayne has told me he doesn't remember his lyrics. Is the link finally catching up
I
with
was
Wayne?
gonna say it's drug addiction.
Is the Wayne finally catching up with Wayne?
Drug addiction for sure.
Like it's wiping things that you created from your mind.
Recent things.
Now
too.
I was gonna say other music, got it, get it, understood it. Wayne has been telling us for about 10 years, y'all, that he don't remember none of his music. For about a decade now, he been telling us he don't remember his music. Then there was that time where he was all puffed up, you know what I'm saying, and his voice sounded all weird and shit.
Yeah.
Right? He got over that, but like, I think we may be dealing with some after effects of some pretty severe drug use.
Like if Lil Wayne told me he can't remember the verse from that Hardball song he made with Lil Bow Wow and Lil Zane and all
That
them,
makes sense.
Well, of course.
That makes
of
sense.
course.
Yeah.
Cool. You can't remember shit you made like 5 years ago, dog. What are we doing?
Start him
What are
off.
we doing?
Where the love go? They're gonna be like, I don't know, bro.
Well, I don't remember this. The words of that song
I don't
either,
know,
so
shawty.
That's crazy. It's drug addiction. It's drug addiction.
What the fuck, bro? Where the love grow? Wayne like, I don't know, bro.
Actually, that song was on the radio a lot for no reason, but yeah, no, that's a problem. That's drug addiction.
I think it is drug addiction, and I think we're finally starting to see the effects. We never, like, we always said that, like, man, this nigga Wayne, 20 years, man, he gonna look crazy.
Which he does.
And then now we're finally getting it. We're finally at that point, the in 20 years point, for sure.
Yep. Pray for Wayne.
For sure. That's it for the list.
Cool. Well,
For the list.
you made it through W's and L's without getting barred up.
You don't have any bars for me. But if you do, put them in a comment prompt below. Make sure you tell us what you thought about our dubs and nails. Give us your dubs and nails as well. That goes for live chat here today. Replay coming up on Wednesday and Thursday for Behind the Cape. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Come mess with us again on next Sunday around 5:30.
I'm not doing my part. That was a crazy segue.
That was a great segue.
That was an
It was
insane
very
segue.
smooth. Didn't break at all.
But anyway, make sure
I could
you check
replace
out,
Dan Hurley, whatever that nigga's name is.
Who's Dan Hurley?
Bill Lundy.
Oh, Bill. Yeah, it was
Bill
something.
Lund. Bill Lund.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm gonna replace Bill Lund in Louisiana. I'm gonna be a
That's
weatherman.
weatherman?
Yep.
Why don't you replace the NBC4 weatherman here? The one that went to jail for the same shit.
No.
Actually, they probably already replaced him.
I wanna go to Louisiana.
You want to go to Louisiana?
Yeah.
Is it New Orleans? Because if it's not New Orleans, I'm not going
That's
to
a
Louisiana.
good point. I'm gonna just need to be pulling up in Baton Rouge or Shreveport.
Well, make sure that you don't go to Louisiana. Instead, go to the W's and L's playlist to make sure that you see what we talked about in previous weeks, and make sure, obviously, that you check in with us every Sunday, because we do this shit every Sunday, and we do W's and L's every Wednesday at 10, and we do Behind the Cape every Thursday at 10. So make sure you check it out. And that's how you do a segue.